this is the last video of our series. And if anything we spoke about really piqued your interest of how to get into corporate finance or how to start that journey into finance, we kind of just wanted to share with you some insight of our journey and some other things that you can look into if you're interested. So just to kind of reiterate, don't think of finance as simple number crunching. We don't, type numbers into a calculator. You don't need to be a math expert. Finance, again, it's another word for money. So how can a company make money and make smart decisions to make more money? A recommendation I would have is, use Google, look online, watch videos, look up corporate finance. You can learn a ton from online and it's right at your fingertips. For me, any high school or middle school classes that you can take that are focused around business, those are really going to be a base of what goes into finance. So if there's economic classes, accounting, computer application, or like probability and statistics, those will all kind of help you in understanding finance. Another thing is the part-time jobs you might get in high school or college. Like me, I worked in retail and found my love for finance. So keep in mind, you can learn a lot from the job that you have, and you'll be surprised. It might be a job you have that you clock in and clock out of to try to make money on the side. But at the end of the day, those businesses are owned by corporations. So you get an inside view of the profitability, like what are sales, how many people are working, how are they making money, what's driving the most profit. That's all finance. And then in my journey, I knew I wanted to go to finance. I went to University of Northern Iowa. I majored in finance institutions. But I started in nursing, went to business, and switched to finance. So just remember that your finance degree is really business-based. So if you go for finance, a lot of that business classes are really going to help you. So that's my journey. I'll kick it over to Rose on what she can share about going into finance.
Well, thank you, Hannah. I am now going to repeat more of the classes. I think Hannah did a good job covering those. One thing I'll do mention is also the finance classes. Take those as well because you obviously need those. I think she didn't quite hint on that one, but it is applied in the message. The other thing I'll add is accounting, finance, business classes can be a bit dull. So make sure this is something you want to build a career out of. If you're looking at this as a job where you're going to clock in, clock out, you're not going to be able to survive through this. Finance is a bit aggressive and demanding. So this is something you want to see you are building towards your career, towards your goal, towards your dreams. You're walking in, you're enjoying what you're doing, you're loving it every day, you're coming, you're excited to be there, you see yourself grow and you see the company grow with you. You want to be able to bring in your knowledge, and then you want to also make sure the company or wherever you're working is helping you expand as well, so you're both growing at the same time. I will say that if your high school offers college credits, do take those classes because it will save you in the long run tuition. And as talking about money, we all want to make sure you don't come out of college debt full of debt. So if there's any classes that will help you attain some of those college credits, go ahead and take those classes, especially if they're working towards that finance, accounting degree, business degree, so you can save yourself some tuition money. In the long run, I would say if this is something that interests you, finance is a big world. Break it down further. Do you want to do corporate finance? Do you want to do investing? Do you want to do stocks? Do you want to do mortgages? I mean, look into it in different ways. Do you want to do sales? That's all finance. So go in knowing exactly which finance you want to do. And if you don't know, that's fine. As we've had from Zach and Hannah, and myself, I knew what I wanted right away. They kind of had different ventures and how they got there. So you don't really need to know everything right away, and just build off of it. But at the end of the day, make sure this is something that interests you, that sparks joy, and you're motivated to do it every day, because you will get worn out if you don't love it.
Yeah, I agree with both of you. I think there's a lot of different opportunities and kind of different ways to get into the world of finance, and I think my way was kind of two different pieces. So I'm a first generation college student. Both my parents didn't go. So really the way that I learned about finance in college and courses to take was through family, friends, and it just really was parents of friends. It was discussing with them what they do for a career, discussing kind of what steps they took to kind of get into that world. I know finance is a really broad term, and I kind of enjoyed that. I like the idea that finance could be taken from you owning your own restaurant to you managing stocks and bonds, or you managing kind of the dollars for a big company like IBM. That's kind of the way that I got into it. And then it was in high school taking classes. I think that was the best part of my time during high school, is being able to kind of investigate and see what accounting's like, see what finance is like, see what marketing's like. I think that was kind of the way that I was able to talk to those family friends and friends' parents and things like that, but then kind of put it to work and see, okay, do I like marketing? Do I like pitching products to people? Do I like finance? Do I like keeping track and analyzing different numbers that come across the spreadsheet? And that was really the way that I kind of got involved into the world of finance. And I think that's the best way you can do it. And once you get to college, there's so many courses you can take. There's so many opportunities you can be a part of. I think there's never a shortage of those opportunities. So I think just talk to people around you and kind of have an open mind. Take a business class, see if you like it. You'll be surprised.
Thank you all, and hopefully we'll see you in the future finance world, and hopefully you'll be telling the next generations on how they can join finance as well.